awake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott.
And I'm Melissa.
Welcome back to RV Rollin' with MJ. Where do we find ourselves?
Famous Delicate Arch hike, which was 3 miles round trip, and that was really uphill. Again, it was rocks, but it was, it wasn't hard to go. I mean, it was hard, but you had to stop because it was tiring. But the views were amazing at the Arch. Totally recommend that.
And the Arches is also magnificent. Different things, different arches, different rock formations.
So all different arches. There's like 2,000 in the park.
Pretty incredible. Again, go early when it's hot, or go late. If you get there before 7, you get in free. If you go after 7, you actually needed a reservation. So if you didn't have a reservation, you're not getting into Arches.
Right.
Arches is probably the only park I think we've been on where you actually needed a reservation.
Yes, from 7 to 4. So we got in before 7 because we didn't have a reservation, and you can also come in after 4 or make that reservation. We are on about the beginning of the Delicate Arch trailhead. You got to park at the Wolf's Ranch parking lot, and we got in before 7 because we don't have a time entry. You need a time entry if you go between 7 and 4. So here it is, and it's freezing, but I'm sure it's going to be hot later. at the lower viewpoint for Delicate Arch, and if you go that way, it's a half a mile to the upper, but we already went up there, so we're not going to do that. At the Furry Furnace viewpoint trail, I don't know how far it is. I'm not going to go that far.
Just don't lean back. There you go.
I think I'm just going to go over here.
No, come on, you're going that far. That's it?